Barack and Michelle Obama mourn the death of their personal chef. Tafari Campbell died after drowning near the Obamas' estate in Martha's Vineyard. He was 45 years old. Police tell the Chicago Sun-Times Campbell was reported missing Sunday evening after going paddleboarding.
It isn't the first time that someone has died, and it certainly won't be the last time either. But it surely is a completely different thing when a member of Obama's VIP staff dies under suspicious circumstances. Recently, the story of Tafari Campbell, Barack Obama's personal chef from 2009 to 2017, has taken an unusual turn that has captured the public's attention.
And I am sorry.
Campbell's untimely death occurred on July 24, 2023, at Martha's Vineyard, a popular summer retreat for famous people like Bill Clinton, Bill Murray, the Farrelly brothers, and Steven Tyler. Surprisingly, not a single Obama family member was at their Martha's Vineyard home at the time of the incident. Now, we know that the Obamas have expressed their deepest sympathies to Tafari's family after learning of his tragic death, recalling him as a culinary master and a warm and welcoming addition to their family. But is that really the truth? You see, there is this web of mystery behind the surface of this tragedy. For one, the initial information points to a tragic accident. Campbell had allegedly drowned the night before while paddleboarding. According to eyewitnesses and a 26-year-old woman who accompanied Tafari, who is currently unidentified and has mysteriously disappeared now, he slipped and fell into the water, where he struggled briefly before disappearing below the surface completely. Not to forget, he had not only not worn a life jacket, but also not secured himself to the paddleboard.
A body found today off Martha's Vineyard was that of their personal chef, Tafari Campbell. He'd first worked with the Obamas in the White House. Campbell had been paddleboarding near their home. In a statement, the Obamas called Campbell.
Yet things got more mysterious when it was revealed that Tafari was working on a tell-all book which concerned the inside-outs of the Barack family. And let's not forget that according to various reports, his dead body was found with strange head injuries, and the circumstances surrounding the 911 call and the autopsy remain hidden in mystery. There were also rumors that an Obama personal doctor was engaged in the investigation at the time the accident happened, fueling theories that his death was suspicious and not an accident after all. Then again, new evidence has emerged to call into question these shocking claims. For one, according to the personal doctor, there were no head wounds, and Tafari was found in deeper water than first reported, as confirmed by the Massachusetts State Police. Additionally, a call to 911 was made immediately following his paddleboard accident, not hours later, and the autopsy was performed by the state medical examiner's office, disproving the existence of a secret personal coroner. And yes, the idea that Tafari was writing a tell-all book on the Obamas appears to have arisen from a doubtful source on social media too, and there is little to none actual evidence to support this theory. Yet, online conspiracy theories remain, implying that the truth may be hidden by the Obamas' vast resources. According to a verified user on the social media website X, where are the autopsy and toxicology reports for Tafari Campbell? Early reports said that there was evidence of blunt force trauma on Campbell's body before his death. Then all of a sudden that wasn't true. Obama shows up the next day with a black eye and bandages on his left hand. Have the Secret Service agents assigned to Obama been interviewed under oath? Whereas another user, who didn't really hold back, has expressed, "I remember seeing the Sinclair presser. I didn't know about the USSS agent. I wonder how many suicides and strange deaths happened in the Trump admin. I Google strange deaths in the Trump administration and Tafari Campbell pops up." Meanwhile, the Obama's agents and Tafari's family have remained silent. But an examination of Tafari's Instagram account before it was made private turned up no hints of an upcoming book project. But then, that really forces us to wonder, why would an account of a chef so basic who allegedly drowned and had nothing to do with a tell-all book be made private within hours of his passing away? Moving on, it is evident that the circumstances surrounding Tafari Campbell's untimely death are already shrouded in mystery, but some online conspiracy theorists have been trying to establish a connection between his tragic drowning and the mysterious death of another former White House chef, Walter Scheib, in New Mexico back in 2015. According to reports, the death of former White House chef Walter Scheib, whose remains were found in the highlands of New Mexico after an exhaustive search that lasted for a week, was determined to have been the result of a tragic drowning.
He was found dead after a 5-day search and rescue operation
The 61-year-old went missing more than a week ago while hiking in the mountains alone near the Taos Ski Valley. Scheib served as executive chef for 11 years, first under President Bill Clinton, hired by then First Lady Hillary Clinton. He also worked for President George W. Bush until 2005. New Mexico State Police say Scheib's body was found in the forest just off the trail. The cause of death is still under investigation.
Not to mention, according to a press statement, medical examiners have determined that this outcome was, once again, the result of an accident, which basically follows a pattern in which the police have discovered no evidence of any kind of foul play yet again. Think about it. Doesn't that make you scratch your head in confusion and wonder why they keep happening all too in the same fashion? And also the fact that Scheib's lifeless body was discovered close to the Yerba Canyon hiking route in the vicinity of Taos in northern New Mexico only adds to the mystery surrounding the case. For those of you who are unaware, on June 13th, he set out on a solo trekking trip, and on June 19th, after an intense search, rescue personnel discovered him submerged in a mountain drainage loaded with runoff. Scheib was wearing a windbreaker jacket, running pants, and tennis shoes at the time of his discovery. Back then, during the administrations of Bill Clinton and George W. Bush, Walter Scheib was the executive chef at the White House, which was just one highlight of his extraordinary career in the culinary arts. Meanwhile, when he was at a resort in West Virginia, he managed to catch Hillary Clinton's eye, and that was only the beginning of his path to the White House kitchen. On top of that, Scheib was featured on an episode of Iron Chef America that aired on the Food Network in the year 2006. And even though these are all verifiable facts, it is not difficult to see what's really happening here. At the end of the day, this simply adds another layer of mystery to the circumstances surrounding Tafari Campbell's untimely death. Scheib had served in the administrations of former presidents Bill Clinton and George W. Bush, and the medical examiners who handled his case determined that his death was an accident, just like they are now doing with Tafari Campbell. And sure, there is currently no concrete evidence to back such accusations, despite the fact that these theorists have been trying to create a dark narrative tying the two deaths. But isn't there always fire somewhere where there's smoke? You see, both Tafari Campbell and Walter Scheib were said to have died as a consequence of accidents, which is something that has been repeatedly maintained by medical professionals. The findings of these official investigations have, to this point, also eliminated any possibility of a connection between the two tragedies. But then, why aren't the families of both the deceased not given a fair chance to come forward and comment on the death of their family members? What's with the controlled speech? Similarly, those individuals, especially the right-wingers who believe in hidden agendas and conspiracies, have come forward showing a great deal of interest in the concept that Tafari Campbell might have come across something that he shouldn't have, which would have resulted in prominent personalities reacting in a manner that remains hidden in secrecy. Of course, the Obamas, despite their considerable power and resources, are not immune to the fact that every family has its share of secrets. So, maybe, just maybe, a mistake has been made on their part, which is now known to the general public as a mere drowning and an accident. So, an accidental death or a pre-planned murder? Drop in with your thoughts in the comments below. To catch us soon, make sure to slam on the bell icon.